Well, that's what you get for leaving me in charge. I don't know why I keep ending up in these positions. It just sort of happens.
Because I learned a very long time ago when someone's looking for a volunteer to be in charge, take one giant step backwards.
See, I never step back because I always think it's going to go different, and it never does. But, here we are. Episode 249 for the 29th of August, 2024.
33010.
10 something.
And we're all tired, but this is the Loose Screws podcast. Oh, shoot. We're going to start like we always do. And we're going to go around table, see how everyone's week was. And I am going to start with the inglorious Commander Chig.
Inglorious, huh? I guess.
I was looking for an adjective, and that came to mind.
All right. Well, I guess we'll go with that. Hi. Went to a nerd convention last weekend in Duluth here. Me and my daughter dressed up. She was Ghost from Call of Duty, but then carried a sonic screwdriver and had a bow tie. So she was Codter Who instead of Doctor Who. And then I was Captain Price, but then I carried a lightsaber. So I was Cod Kenobi Price, and we had a lot of fun, and a lot of people liked our costumes. And I'm a fucking nerd. And then I heard that, a new ship was announced, and there's stuff going on and all kinds of cool stuff. So I'm hoping that you guys get me up to speed. That's all I got.
Oh, we will. And so Doctor Who and Call of Duty in one. Your daughter was one more costume piece away from being a Fortnite character.
All right.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Because everything's in Fortnite. That's literally all I know about it.
Oh. I guess it's the backpack.
Yeah, except the backpack. Yeah. Oh, shoot. And that was Commander Blooming Wind. How was your week?
It was shitty. It was absolutely a shitty week. So, yeah, I wasn't on last week. And so last Thursday, the seeding and aerating guys came to seed and aerate our lawn. And I got a phone call from my beautiful bride, frenetic, because she works from home, and said, the internet's out, and I don't know why. And so, when I come home from work, I realize that the problem is not inside the house. It's outside the house, where the seeding and aerating guys cut the wire. So,
no.
Yeah. So AT&T comes out. So I told my wife, because she has to work, from home, and our daughter needed her to head down to Ole Miss. So I just said, you know what, just the internet's out, go to Ole Miss, stay at one of our friends' places, use the internet there, and then just help Fiona out with what she needs, because Fiona's starting a new medication, and it's called Skyrizi, and it's like this little box that you put on to your arm, attach it to your arm, and it infuses the medicine over, 10 minutes, as opposed to giving yourself a shot. And it's easier to unlock all the engineers on Elite than, to use this the first time, because there's like 40 steps or whatever. Anyway, so my wife went down, she helped Fiona with that. And, and then on Saturday, the guys come and they said, yeah, the line is cut. They run a line through my backyard from my house to the box, and the box is on a pole in our backyard neighbor's yard.
And did they trench it, or
not yet? Oh no, there's more. No, so they didn't, because separate people have to do the digging. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. So we've got internet, everything's working fine. This cable has like these bright orange bows on it, so everyone can see it. It's been spray painted white, so you can see this streak of white across our lawn. I mean, you can't miss this thing, right? So our lawn mowing guys came this Thursday, and they ran over the fiber optic and took it out.
Oh my God.
I get another phone call from my bride, and my bride said, the lawn guys cut it again. So I'm like, are you sure? And then I wait a couple minutes, and she sends me a picture of the cable. Not only is it cut, the lawn guy tied it together thinking that would fix the problem.
Are you freaking serious?
I am freaking serious. And then
you need to put that picture in Chig Chat, man. Oh my gosh.
That picture's going in Chig Chat. So then, the guy comes out again, runs another line, puts a box on the pole, in our backyard lower so that they don't have to keep climbing up this damn pole every time someone cuts the line. And so everything is working again until today. And so today, my wife is out and I'm at work, and I get a call from the AT&T guy saying, "Hey, I'm here to bury your line." I'm like, "Okay." I'm like, "Do you need us to be there?" And he's like, "Nope."
Nice.
So he buries the line. My wife gets home and she's like, "The internet's cutting in and out." Like, what?
He winged it, didn't he?
I don't know what happened. But anyway, so now it's going in and out again. And so I punch in into the little AT&T manager, and it says, "We have someone coming to your house to fix this because it's broken." And I'm like, "Oh crap." I mean, the fact that the auto app said, yeah, so they're, and then we're headed out to Oxford tomorrow. So they're coming Sunday to fix it. So hopefully. So this our internet, ever since those guys cut the damn wire, has been just a hot mess.
Oh,
That's been my week
yeah.
out of game. And in game, I've done a little bit of BGS.
Nice.
Nice. How was your week?
So the reason I was laughing so hard about the line getting cut over and over again story was the job before the one I have now. I was a field IT guy for like grocery stores, probably Kroger in your guys' area, but it's Fred Meyer where I live.
Yep.
And there was one of them that had some empty lots that got sold finally to businesses, and the businesses were being built. And I get what's called at the time a severity 1 call, which means drop everything, go there now type call. You know what I mean? So, because something was offline that shouldn't have been, and the thing that was offline was the entire gas center. So I get there, I check everything, everything's fine. And just like trusting my gut, I'm like, what is going on? I glance out the window and I see a big old excavator over there where a building area is being hollowed out, right? So I walk my happy butt over there, and the entire 2-inch fiber line was eaten by that excavator, and the construction people just shut it off and left.
Oh, Lord.
I imagine that was very expensive for that company.
Wow.
But that's why I was laughing, because I've directly dealt with that kind of stupidity before. As far as my week, it was actually a really crappy weekend and crappy start to the week, but it's been getting better. My wife tripped and hurt her toe really bad on one end and her ankle really bad on the other leg. And so poor thing's just been hobbling around because the actual hurt, it wasn't a sprain or anything, but it was just enough to piss off all that psoriatic arthritis down there, you know? So my poor wife's just been hobbling around, and I've been taking care of her as much as I can and working on top of that. And then today was a busy day, and I'm just exhausted, man. I've been doing BGS work wherever I can, but I've just been tired all week. I don't know about you guys.
I'm at the age where I'm just always tired all the time, no matter what. So
Yeah, it's like, is this life?
It is.
Is tiredness life now?
It is.
Yeah.
I refuse to accept that. Where's my meth? No, I'm just kidding. Don't do drug, kids.
Yeah.
You're not the boss of me.
I learned it from you, Dad.
I'm crying out loud. Good episode last week, and we're off to a roaring start, aren't we, listeners? Anyways, so
I think Trax is weeping into his whatever he likes to drink right now.
Oh, you're making a mistake of thinking he cares.
That's true.
I really don't think he does.
Yeah.
Well, he cares a little bit. I'm just trying to get to the freaking sound so we can do a squadron briefing. And here we go.
Incoming priority message. Squadron briefing.
Alrighty.
Wait.
So
Did you play the sound like through your microphone again? You like played it in your room and played it through the microphone. I thought Trax was going to fix that so you could do the bot thing. Did you try it?
It wouldn't let me. It still isn't letting me add the bot for myself. I'm wondering if it's an admin only thing. I don't know, and I don't know if he's fixed it either. So there you go.
Okay.
So yeah, I played it through my mic.
Gotcha. I was just asking, just curious.
Why did it sound bad? I have a pretty nice.
No,
mic.
it sounded fine. I just, I'm
Oh,
like,
good.
I didn't see the bot, and I'm like, is he still using that same? Hey, overcome, conquer, whatever, all that stuff. Good
I
job.
have ADHD. I am the king of finding a weird way to make things work. Carry on, Blooming.
alrighty.
Yeah.
So very exciting. We have a war that has begun in V2151 Cygni, and we want to win it. And it's for control of the system.
That I didn't know. I'll get involved.
Yes, it's for control. So we actually really want to win that one. 6 Andromeda is going to expand. We're going to try to guide it into a system called Soma. And even though we're not exactly power play compatible with Soma, we're going to try to use it as a jumping point before we're noticed by its PowerPoint controlling folks, the commies. And so
It's Grom space.
It's Grom space.
Yeah. Oh, this is going to end badly.
Oh, well, I mean, they didn't like the fact that we didn't have, we didn't have operational security in our Discord, and that really bothered them and offended them. So whatever. If they don't like it, they can reach out to us, because at least our friends in Ontal space, whenever we expand somewhere, they're like, "You're not going to take control, right?" And we're like, "Oh no, we promise." So we have a good relationship with the Ontal guys. So
yeah, they're hippies. They're cool.
Yeah, they're real cool. And then Balmus and HIP 4907 are our low-hanging fruit systems that we control. They need some boosting. There's a bunch of other conflicts. I do want to put a plug in for the election in 23 Andromeda. Nobody likes elections. They're very boring. Data carrier runs after data carrier runs.
Oh, elections are perfect if you're watching TV.
Oh, they're great if you're watching TV.
Stack like 24 of them. Go nuts.
Yeah, we have a really nice starport in 23 Andromeda called Vonnegut's Hub, and I do not want to lose it. So that's one that we do want to win. And then for more detail, we have our standing orders, and then we have our faction channel in the Discord. So if you want to talk to us about BGS, we'd love to talk. And that's what we got in the squad update.
And if you want to talk about CQC, Chig loves to talk.
I have stuff.
That's the spirit.
I'm helping.
Yay. So let's move on to the Galnet update, which there actually was one today. And Jerome Archer is basically running around saying how he and his little lackey, Nakato Kaine, are just the bee's knees and blah, blah, blah. Federation sucks.
Phrasing. I just felt we needed an Archer joke in there somewhere. Sorry.
Nice.
Yeah, I think this is just more of that setting everything up for PowerPoint 2.0 for the just the little plot lines. And I think we're just going to have some thumbnails replaced by new thumbnails for some of the power play. Unless they're going to make it bigger with more powers. I mean, they might bump it up to like 16 or something.
And if you want to get people pissed off at the status quo of the Federation, which would be Hudson and Archer and all of them, this is the way to do it, because one of their rallying cries is that they want to see all of their systems governed like the old worlds, aka let's take the democratic process out of democracy. And that's basically what they're running around campaigning about right now.
Yeah, the only one thing I wanted to kind of mention, though, that was about Nakato Kaine. She is Alliance. So she is Mahan's. She's Mahan's thorn in the side. Like Felicia Winters is Hudson's thorn in the side.
I totally missed that.
Yeah, but she doesn't have. She's not a power yet. So my hope is, like I said, that she'll become a power. That they swap out the Spider Lady with the Spider Lady's Spider Daughter. Over in the Empire. And they're going to swap out Hudson with Jeremy Archer or add Jeremy Archer. I mean, we'll see. I mean, we don't know what happens until it happens. But yeah, some fresh faces, and apparently she's from Tiansla, which is one of the old worlds. So from
that is really interesting.
yeah, because the old worlds are in Alliance space, and they are, for those not in the know, planets that were in the original Elite game. So that when you first start up, you start up in Lave, and Tiansla and these other old worlds that they refer to in the current game were in the first set of places you could jump to. So it was kind of the beginning of your Elite career was in this area back in 1984 or
Nice.
29 or whatever.
I never played the originals, so I had no idea. That's awesome.
Yeah. I was Elite in the original. So
respect.
Yeah.
How about you, Chig? Were you Elite 7 in the original?
No, but I heard Trax got triple elite in this game last week again. So.
Oh, he finally made it?
Yeah, again.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Congratulations, Trax.
That's huge. Congratulations.
Yeah. But it's modern current events rather than age-old events. I played the original Elite way back in the day, but that was so long ago that my brain no longer comprehends what that even was like. So
nice.
Yeah, old age, all those things.
Hey, I remember DOS. I'm young. Well, I might be younger than you are. I think you're younger than I am, actually.
Who's younger than you? Me?
You?
No,
I thought.
you're younger than me. No.
Oh, okay.
No. Yeah, you're definitely younger than me. I loved the games back in the days where you're switching floppy disks and all that stuff. It was great. It was
I did that for Flight
magical
Sim
time.
4.0.
I remember Pool of Radiance or Pools of Radiance. Yeah, Pool of Radiance. I don't remember the name of it anymore.
I know which game you're talking about. Yeah.
Old school D&D game, and it seemed like the most advanced thing ever. And now,
well, it did the dice rolls for you. That was like revolutionary.
Wow, and there was actually graphics and making a party and fighting stuff. It was super cool.
Yeah. Ultima 4 and Ultima 5 were like that, where you had to switch discs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of some of those games that have like 7, 8, 9 floppies. You're insert disc 3 now. It was like a choose your own adventure book, but it was on a computer. It was fun.
Nice.
Yeah. We're old. Yeah.
I also remember the time of having to have your play disc in the CD-ROM in order to launch the game. And somewhere in a closet, I still have those old school like CD books you could get to keep all your CDs in one place. I have one of those full of just like disc ones that I would take to LAN parties so I could play whatever game I needed to.
Yeah.
Nice.
Good times.
I miss LAN parties.
As do I. If/when we do that Loose Screws meetup, we should all bring our towers.
Oh, dear God. I have brought last time we went and visited family in North Carolina, drove across the country to go visit them. I brought my computer with me so I could bring the VR headset and stuff and let my nephew and niece play on that. So yeah, I do travel with my box if I'm driving. If I'm flying, I don't trust the airlines to take care of that.
That's fair. Yeah, if you're flying, get a laptop that can play the games you want and keep it in your carry-on. That's what I do.
Yeah. Or I might take that opportunity to upgrade, maybe. Go where I'm going, buy a new system, and then FedEx it back? I'm not even sure. I don't know. I have zero impulse control, so that would sounds like something I would do. So we're going to go with that being in character.
Sounds like something either you or Dubs would do. I'm going to be completely honest.
Yeah, definitely something Dubs would do. So.
Oh, frick. Well, from the Galnet? What is going on with my brain? From the Galnet update, let's go on to the Thargoid War update, of which Raijin still needs pounding down. It still holds a whole bunch of systems.
Phrasing.
Actually, I thought we weren't doing phrasing anymore.
Oh, we're always doing phrasing.
Okay, fair enough. Anyways, Raijin still has a ton of systems that need retaken. I don't know how many off the top of my head. I just know it's not close yet. So get going on it if you're in the mood for
There's like
AX stuff.
119 systems.
Holy crap.
Yeah. There's a
Good
total
grief.
of 304 controlled systems between that Gukuchu.
We should have someone run a poll to see when would be the best night to have the loose screws get together and do some AX stuff against Raijin.
Yeah.
Take back some systems. If only we had like a poll leader or something like that.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah.
Poll
Anyways,
master.
and moving on to the meaty bits, the dev news.
The dev news.
Dev news.
So, sorry, Chig, that killed me. I don't know why.
We are doing dev. Well, we don't have a sounder, so we got to make one up. We're gonna have dev news. I can't make a yawning noise. I guess.
We're
doing the dev news.
Yeah, thick Nargoid news.
Okay,
Booty. I don't know, man. I'm too tired
shoot,
for
there's
this.
Exhibit A of how done with this week we all are.
Yes, indeed. I don't even know what day it is.
Today is my Friday.
It's
you
3310.
suck.
That's what day it is. Anyways, so PowerPlay 2.0, which was going to come out in September, has been pushed out into October to the surprise of literally nobody. It's not that I didn't have faith in FDev as much as I was like thinking that that's a lot of different systems to have in a row to release next month. And so if it did get pushed back, I would think that would be because I'd rather it come out working than come out a buggy mess. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I think Prime Minister Starmer declared all of September a bank holiday. So that's probably why it's being released in October. I also think that they want to end the Thargoid War before they drop PowerPlay 2.0.
Well,
Yeah,
the
'cause I
Solid
think-
Titans still have working drives. I'm just saying.
Yeah. So I mean, they could vacate them, but have them move out. But I mean,
Okay.
I just think that they want to just kind of clear that deck before they have, because it's going to be using the same engine, and I don't know that they can have Elite do two things at once without like dropping all of your hard points or all of your skins disappear or something because they have a new feature.
No, those are features,
Why did I
not
see
bugs.
you? I pictured you doing air quotes. I'm just. Did you when you said feature? Was that air?
Yes.
Was that air quotes? Okay.
I did use the air quotes.
Okay. It sounded like it in your voice, but it's hard to tell when I can't see you. Let me turn on the
Right.
camera at your house again. Oh yeah, there it is. You
There I
did.
am.
Yep.
Hey,
Good
Jay.
job. Good job. Yep. Good to see you.
I
Yeah,
thought you
nice
had the
to see you.
camera in someone else's house.
It's in all your homes.
Ah,
I
crap.
monitor all of you.
Oh, right. And the bigger news is they announced what the next ship is going to be. And it is going to be an Explorer. It's called the Mandalay, which I think is just a fantastic name. I don't know why.
Okay. Why Mandalay? Is that a fantastic name? Is there some meaning behind it that I'm missing?
Absolutely not. It just literally hits my brain in the right spot. I just like it.
Huh.
It's
Literally
like a
no other reason.
tropical vacation-y sounding name, except it's named after a spitting cobra.
Same diff.
Mandalay Bay and
Spitting
things like
cobra
that.
is what happens when you piss off someone on vacation.
Yeah.
But the Mandalay is a new exploration ship from Zorgon Peterson. So it will be using the Mamba cockpit, which is fine by me because that's a great one.
Yeah.
According to ARF, he says it should be giving the Exploroconda a run for its money if you want to go for max range. And according to Zach, it should all but make the Asp Explorer obsolete. So I am in the mood for some wild speculation. What kind of hard points and internals you think this thing's going to have?
Yeah.
I don't understand. Okay, so it's the Exploroconda, and really, in my opinion, the only thing I'd go with the Jumpaconda if they're just talking max range, because as far as exploring, once you get, you can.
I was the one that put Exploroconda in there because that's the phrase I could think of.
Okay, because I mean, honestly, exploring, if you're going to be getting into this more sparsely starred areas. Is that a way to say that? I guess.
Yes.
Anything over like 50 and you're fine. You can get most places if you want to do it without too much manual plotting. 60, 65, and a handful of ships can do that now. So I don't know. Higher jump range doesn't really impress me all that much, but I do like the idea. It's confirmed that it lands on a medium pad. Do we know that for sure?
Yes, it is
Yes.
confirmed medium pad. We don't know if the wings retract or even need to retract because it's hard to get a sense of scale on it. We know approximately how big the Mamba cockpit is just by looking at the ship. And if you look at this one, it looks like the Mamba might actually be wider than it because the Mamba cockpit looks smaller on the Mamba than it does on this ship, at least to my eye.
Okay.
I should also mention that this ship is gorgeous.
Oh no, it's absolutely beautiful. I mean, I think the wings are. I mean, it's just the fact that it has the wings the way they are. It's really great. But the one thing that Burr was talking about on one of his videos was that, and I somehow missed this on the original broadcast. The SRV reportedly is going to be leaving through the front of the ship, as opposed to through the back. So, like, how you land.
Is that confirmed?
Uh, Burr seemed to be acting like it was confirmed.
So kind of like a Serenity kind of thing going on.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at it, it's the ship's a little bit tall, in that it has.
I would say it's gorgeous. It has quite the belly. It's sort of like from the cockpit slopes downward really hard, and then has a nice small but flat belly there that goes right back to the rear engines.
Yeah, and it's that belly out of which the SRV would be coming out, and I mean that's what Burr was saying he made it sound like it wasn't speculation, because the video was pretty straightforward. Yeah. Now speculation is there's a whole bunch of rumors spreading that you can jump 100 light years in it, and that's all rumor. I mean that's crazy. I think somebody just tried to calculate what is the maximum range of the Exploroconda, and then calculated the cargo space on a T8 relative to a Python, and extrapolated some BS number and got to 100. But that part's just rumor. We don't know about hard points yet. I mean,
even looking at it, it's hard to see where the hard points might be because Zorgon Peterson does a really good job hiding them.
Yeah.
Gosh, yeah. I'm looking at all available photos right now, and I cannot see a place where a hard point would be, except maybe. So you'll have to look up the pictures if you're listening to this later. We have a link to the forum thread that has the pictures in it on the Frontier forums, and I'm looking at that little air quote intake towards the inside of the wings, and I'm wondering if they stowed a smaller medium hardpoint in there because there's versions of both those sides of hardpoints that come out facing forward. So that just makes me wonder.
It's hard to tell. It looks like there's a couple places that look like, I don't know why, a ship would need intakes, when it flies with rockets. So
because the rule of cool overrides physics sometimes.
There is that. But my thoughts on the ship is, man, it looks like it could have been the coolest fighter ever. It just looks like a fighter, and the fact that it's an Explorer is just so odd to me. It's like reverse of what I see when I look at this thing.
Well, let me put Explorers in perspective for you. Diamondback Explorer, 2 mediums and a large hard point. Asp Explorer, 4 smalls and 2 medium hard points. Explorers can really carry their weight in guns, and that's not even mentioning the freaking Anaconda.
Yeah, but that is where you go. The name Explorer is silly if you're putting that many guns on it. If it's, you have your dedicated Explorer type ships, which when they put the name Explorer in them, you'd think they would be, but they really aren't. They're usually almost more of an all-purpose ship.
Well, that's kind of what an Explorer has to be if you think about it. I mean, look at the Crate Phantom, for example, your favorite.
Yeah, it's not the Crate Explorer. It's the Crate Phantom.
Well, yeah, it's a
Right?
Phantom because it's out there exploring. You don't know where it is.
That's the Phantom because now you see it. Now you don't. You're dead. That's why.
No, it's the Phantom because now you see it. Now, my brain isn't going that fast. Shut up.
It's the Phantom because it loves the opera. I have no idea. It's the best ship in the game, is all I know. So other than that,
Phantom's another good example
favorite
of
state.
air quote explorer with good hard points, 2 medium, 2 large.
It's truly an all around, is what it is. It's not.
And that's my point.
It makes a good
that's what an
explorer.
explorer has to be, because you got to be able to do anything at any given time when you're out there in the black.
Not really. Yeah, you really don't run into anything out in the black. Yeah, you
always fly with guns.
Strapped so you don't get clapped. But if you run into anything that really is going to fight you, it's just going to kill you anyway because you're super thin on armor and usually have a 2 or 3, undersized shield just to help you land without blowing up. So you're really not going to go fight anything.
My Viper Mark IV, fully armored and fully armed with good shields and the heavy armor on it, still gets 40 light year jump range.
Oh God, yeah, your brain, the way it works, always just.
What for me? Okay, so for me, an exploration ship, as long as I'm getting about 35 light year range, that's good enough for me. I really haven't needed more than that.
Exactly. And you're going to stay in denser star areas for the most part and everything with that. So you're not doing any real deep space exploring with that jump range.
I'm
just saying. But when you put the term explorer on it, that to me sounds like somebody out exploring, discovering things, things like that. The fact that as a squadron, we've all kind of decided, I'm going to make sure I have guns on me so we can pretend to fight back if we ever do run into anything really bad way out in the black.
Stay strapped or get clapped.
Well, how else can you do science if you don't have a laser? I'm just saying.
Exactly.
Science is won through laser beams.
Yeah. And you never know if you're going to run into someone really mean when you're out exploring. So
yeah, like Trax and a Cobra who's can fly FA off and me.
So have you guys
remember when you challenged him to a fight in your Explorer ships way out?
Oh, that went so bad for me.
Yeah, that did not end well.
I'm a better pilot now. I want to try that again sometime.
And I bet you he's a better pilot now too.
Oh, 100%. It'll go exactly the same.
I know where my money is.
Yeah. I mean, he is triple elite now.
He is triple elite.
He's got that on me.
Yeah, you could be in real trouble.
So did you guys talk about the possible fighter bay?
On a Mandalay?
Well, there are people that are hoping for a fighter bay on it. So, I mean, we shall see. I mean, the Crate 2 has a fighter bay. It's medium.
So they showed us in the dev stream, the FU that was this week. They showed a 360 spinning of the ship, and I just don't think there's enough room at the bottom of that hole for a fighter bay. Especially with the engines right there. You know what I mean?
Man, it looks like it's all engine.
And if it takes after the Mamba, that would track because the Mamba is all engine.
Yeah. But I think there were some people that were hoping because some explorers like to have a SLF with their exploring.
Oh, I'm one of those. I went deep space exploring in my keelback once with a fighter. That was a fun trip.
Mm-hmm.
I could see a fighter bay in there possibly. I mean, they shove the way that it's got this big beer belly underneath. You know, and you're thinking the SRV comes out the front of that. All a Firefly class ship, and I could see him letting you have a fighter come out the bottom of this thing. Maybe I don't know.
It would be
interesting. When do we get our hands on this thing?
Not soon enough. October.
Okay, and when's Power Play 2?
October.
October.
They specifically
said a month.
Yeah, they specifically said this is coming with the Power Play 2.0 update. So it's Mandalay and Power Play 2.0 at the same time.
Okay.
I'm sure that will break nothing. Absolutely positive.
The way those engines look, this thing just looks like it should be the fastest ship ever. I'm telling you, it's just
fun visual note. And one of the pictures that's both in the FU thread on our Discord, as well as probably somewhere in the forums, but I don't know where. It showed this thing landed and also coming down to land. It's got these neat little
Harrier jets.
yeah, frick, what are they called? The
VTOL?
actual engine nozzles on the wings pull an F-35 and rotate downwards, so you have direct main thrust pointing down. And then the landing gear itself are these spindly little legs with these really big feet and shock absorbers on them. So at least what comes to my mind when I saw that stuff was, I bet this would be really easy to land on a high G world.
I could see that. It is weird. I wonder if they'll do that when you're not just trying to land the ship. I mean, just maneuverability when you're, giving you a crazy, excessively fast roll and things like that. There's just a lot of interesting things with this. So I can't wait to see how this thing flies.
I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if the wing nozzles do tilt up and down in whichever direction you're trying to go. Because, I mean, the T8's engines do that, as well as the keelback.
Mm-hmm.
Heck, even the T9's gigantic engines on the back wobble around. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but I've been stuck behind one of you in a T9 before and seen that, trying to get out of a station. So
yeah,
that's how I know that.
That close.
I'm just saying.
I know this
Get out
ship
the way.
is definitely. I like the fact that they're kind of giving each ship kind of a purpose, and now this is the Explorer. And the last one was what, a medium-sized transport ship that could carry more than anything, and then the Python is a deadly pew-pewer. So I like it.
Yeah, I mean, so the
Ugh.
newest ships so far have been the pewest, the cargoest, and maybe the jumpiest of the medium ships.
Yes.
We shall see. And so the fourth one?
Well,
for the fourth one, I am honestly thinking
the passengeriest.
No, I think honestly it'll either be a Saud Kruger or a Gudamaya ship. I think it would be a wasted effort if one of those ships is not Gudamaya or Saud Kruger, because they both make gorgeous ships.
Yeah, but what role are you thinking it's going to fill?
Multi-role, like pure multi-role, like a Crate or a Python Mark 1. Sorry, Python Classic.
Is that where we're going with these days? Classic? Python
That's what
Classic?
I'm trying to get going.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm thinking, honestly, I believe the last one is probably going to be a pure multi-role, like along the lines of a Crate Mark II or a Python Classic, something that just, it doesn't excel quite as well as everything else does, no matter what you do with it, but it does whatever you do with it well.
Right, Phantom Mark II, you're saying? I'm okay with that.
Yeah, the Mark III Crate-thon.
Well, yeah, but if it's Gudamaya, it would be like a medium-sized clipper.
A clipper that can finally, they're just going to shorten the wings so a clipper can finally land on a medium pad?
No, they'll just lop the engine pods off the wings and call it a day. Move the landing gear in a little. Be like, oh, see, it's totally different. Yeah, literally everything else about it is
every one he sees.
They won't even move the hard points, so it'll just have two medium hard points underneath the wings. That's it.
God, the Clipper's a piece of shit. It's pretty, but it is just a garbage ship.
They are.
Hey, the Clipper's a good explorer. I got elite in exploration in a Clipper.
Everything's a good explorer for you. We've been over this.
Yeah.
Yes, that's why you should take the Adder exploring.
No, I should not. That is a terrible idea.
Now, what's the jump range you can get on an Adder? Like 47 or something if you completely strip it down?
If you really strip it down, you can get into the 40s. Yeah, I took one with a jump range of 33 from Screw Space all the way to Colonia once.
Okay, what's your what's your most important feature in an Explorer? I mean, if you were to build the perfect Explorer, what are you going for?
Versatility. I want to be able to at least feel prepared for whatever I find out there. Even if it does kill me, I want to at least be like, oh, well, at least I had this so I could at least try. You know what I mean?
Okay, so you like to pack for a trip like my wife does and bring everything. Got it. What about you, Bloom? What do you think is the most important aspect of an exploring ship for you if you're heading out into the black?
Yeah, I mean, I think Grover's going to kill me for this one, but I mean, I would say that, jump range.
So you're a
Um,
jump range guy, huh?
yeah, and the reason is because you want to get out there fast. And then, but once you're out there, you don't need to, you can always jump less. But, if you're in an area where the star density is low, you want to be able to get from star A to star B. You want to be able to get
Mhm.
across that gap to be able to get to the stars on the other side of that gap. And in that sense, that really helps you. But, Lark is right. You want to have some amount of preparedness. You want to be able to repair yourself. You want to have a good fuel scoop so you don't run out of gas. But ultimately, I think and then have your standard equipment like your scanners and whatnot, your
Yeah.
SRV. But some really good jump ranges. I mean, I have an Explorer um, Phantom, and I mean, it's prepared, but it's also got really good jump range. I mean, 65 is, I consider that acceptable for if I was going to go exploring. I don't need to be the person with the Jumpaconda that has nothing on it and jumps 80 light years. That's a bit
Yeah.
much. I mean, I like being prepared, but it's not, I have to have every single little nook and cranny or what have you.
Yeah. See, jump range is getting from one place to another as quick as possible. And to get to the area you want to explore is fine. But if you've got a fleet carrier and you decide to go out with that, or even, I mean, yeah, difference between 65 and 75 on an Explorer just isn't that important to me. Two things: cockpit view and super cruise turn rate are the two absolute most important things for me. After that, it's everything else. That's the only reason I hate going out. Like I tried one time going out in an Anaconda. It was only a few jumps, and I'm like, nope, not happening. Then I thought my T10 would be fun, and I'm like, nope, not happening.
Yeah, the T10 can be a slog.
Yeah, in
Yeah.
Super Cruise, it's painful how if you do a loop of shame in one of those ships, it is quite the fucking loop.
It's a
You're
week.
taking a while. Yeah, exactly. They say the cutter takes a long time to stop, but my God, to turn around one of those ships in Super Cruise is just you know ridiculous. So that to me, and that's why that's what I'd be curious about this thing is what its Super Cruise turn speed is. And you said it's a Mamba cockpit is what they've thrown on this thing.
Yeah, so it's initially based off the Mamba and then going from there.
Okay, well that's not a bad cockpit.
Yeah, but it
No, it
doesn't
is
have
not
the
at all.
wings. It doesn't have the wings that the Mamba has. So you're going to have a better view out of that cockpit on, looking ahead at whatever you want to call the horizon of spaces, because it's not a horizon in space, but you don't have those two big pylons coming out that obstruct
Oh
some of
yeah.
that view. So I mean, I think the Mamba cockpit is going to be a really nice view. I mean, the T10 has a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous view. The only
You got
problem with the
the
T10 is, as you
cathedral
said, the turning
cockpit.
rate is cathedral cockpit, and it turns like a cathedral.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I actually have
Absolutely.
to ask Chig, have you put an SEO drive on your T10?
I have not. I have a couple SCOs. I haven't gone through all my ships yet. I just haven't had the time to do that. I have the mats, but don't have the time.
I ask because I've put one on mine. And I mean, you know how it handles in Super Cruise as I'm looping like 5 times around the station till I finally just give up and pop out of Super Cruise, turn around and pop back in to get there.
That will be faster. Yeah, a loop of shame and a T10 is, oh my God,
Oh,
just
it's the shamiest.
yeah, you're gonna die of old age when you're trying to turn yourself back around. I mean, you literally just have to keep flying past far enough that then you can start to turn around. It's like turning around an 18 wheeler or something. It's just not.
You need room. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that to me. So I'll be curious about that on this ship and the internals. We have no idea what any of the internals or anything are at this point. Correct? With you guys asking about that.
Correct.
Okay.
I'm
As you can see,
guessing the
I've heard
internals
that
are
much.
going to be better than a Mamba and maybe just like a module placement or two more than what you can do in like an Asp Explorer. You know what I mean? I don't think it's going to be the biggest, but I don't think it's going to be small.
So somewhere between a Phantom and a Aspects.
Yeah, exactly. You fill that middle ground there.
Yeah. One less AFMU. Oh
Plus
well.
AFM. Yes.
See that
I
the
got the two
comment make,
AFMUs, one to repair the other one.
no, been there. That's
Yep.
the early days when I'd go out exploring, I'd do that with the double AFMU and all that crap.
Yeah.
And I just realized that's just overkill and stupid. But no offense to anybody that does that, but
Yeah.
yeah.
So if you have
It's
an AFMU
unnecessary.
repairing another AFMU while your AFMU is repairing that AFMU, did you create God?
Say AFMU again, motherfucker. Say it again. Oh my god. Yeah. There's that. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm actually super excited about this ship. I was super excited about the T8 too, but I didn't have enough arcs to buy it, and I didn't feel like trying to buy arcs again. The last few times it's been a bit of an adventure.
Steam.
No, yeah, that's how I bought them the last time. But remember then I showed you guys my purchase history with I think I posted that in Chig Chat or
Yeah.
something one day. My stupid purchase history, and it was just it's nowhere near right. I'd love to somehow audit how they came up with those numbers and stuff, and I don't trust their system.
You know what it
unfortunately.
is? I think it's all of the bank holidays. I think the
Yeah.
bankers just like if it comes in on a bank holiday, they just don't do it.
Yeah, it is quite odd. I know, we're trying to purchase this stuff from a third world country, and it's terrible. Or they just don't like the colonists. What the hell are we? I don't know.
I don't know, but maybe they'd take it if we paid with tea.
Well, unfortunately, anytime I get tea, I find the nearest bay to dump it into.
Yeah, there is that, unfortunately.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, I'm excited for this ship. Any further thoughts? Have you guys experimented with the Type 8 anymore since it's been out a little while now, and have any thoughts?
I have been using my Type 8 quite extensively for BGS work, actually, and it does it really, really well, except for combat. At least for me, like it can be used in combat. I've seen the YouTube videos, whatever else, people pushing it to the extreme and making it work. For me, for the way I fly, it works for combat, but only for like if a pirate interdicts me on the way to a station, that sort of thing. Nothing really. Excuse me. Nothing really too more intense than that.
Okay, so
How
you're
about you,
better off
Damien?
running than fighting.
Yeah, basically, and it is fast. I only have the. I put clean drives on it just because I'm experimenting with it. I may put dirty on later. But I have the clean drives at G3, and that thing is faster than my Viper Mark IV already.
I mean, what's it boosting to?
It boosts to 457 right now.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
my Viper Mark IV, for reference, gets up to 423.
Okay. Yeah, I hate slow ships.
For a
All
big
right.
cargo ship, that ain't bad. I'm just saying.
No, not bad at all. What about you, Bloom? Have you had a chance to fly it much?
No, I have not. I mean, I need to get some more mats. I'm low on some of the raw mats in order to build it, but I haven't even decided exactly how I want to build my T8. Especially since I'm trying to figure out how to allow myself to defend myself. So I'm trying to figure out what kind of weapons I want to put on it. So I've just kind of tabled it. I finally buy the arcs, and then I'm like, well, I want to. Yeah. That's like now I don't want to buy. I don't know what to do with it yet. So
Yeah,
I might even.
I had spent the arcs to buy the Python Mark II, and then bought it, and then never engineered it. Never, I flew it out of the station, in VR to see what the cockpit was like, and then never did anything with it. So that was kind of a waste of arcs expenditure. But it is what it is.
No such thing as a waste of arcs. Python Mark II is a great ship. That said, I still haven't put mine together either.
Yeah, it's a great ship. If you were to use it.
No, I've got my Python Mark II. I use it quite a bit for bounty hunting and all sorts of other whatnot. Mission running where I like, please interdict me. I want to get interdicted. So I'll use it for
using
like
the frags on it, or what are you doing?
Oh yeah, I'm doing the frags.
Okay.
Yeah, I basically went frag Mamba +1, and
Nice. Easy button.
it's been glorious. So It's just so funny. Now, there's always been that debate about overcharge versus rapid fire. I hate refilling the ammo, so I've gone with the overcharge. So
Gotcha.
Nice.
Yeah.
I guess Oblivious has an all cannons on his Python Mark II that just makes internal modules cease to exist, just straight up. Like there's a hole in your ship now. That's it.
Nice.
I'm thinking with mine, the more I think about it, the more I think I want to do a build kind of like Oblivious. But I think I only want to do 2 cannons on the mediums and maybe on the 4 larges, do multi cannons, just do a full ballistics build on it.
Okay.
But I'd have
Sounds
to buy
fun.
it and engineer those multi cannons because I don't think I have any. It's not something I normally use.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
But I do like the size 3 multi cannons just because when they're firing, it feels like you're firing a gigantic Gatling gun, and I love it.
Well, that's once again why the Phantom is my favorite ship, but also, the Mark II is awesome too. But I love the cockpit because you go multi cannons and they drop down right next to your cockpit. You get to just watch them shoot.
I will have to concede that. That is awesome.
That's where, when I was playing a ton in VR, that's where I fell in love with the Phantom is, I'm like, holy crap. But, it was shooting bugs with Gauss cannons right there as they light up and then shoot. Oh, just so cool. Yeah. I can only get so erect, I guess. But yeah, that's my favorite.
Why'd you have to make it weird?
Because we're on a whole Archer theme now. You gotta understand. But yeah, so yeah, I'm hoping to find some more time to get in and fly the new ships. I am impressed with where the game is right now. I hope it's bringing in some new players and stuff. So the more players we get, the healthier the game is. And honestly, nothing adds players like new ships does.
Yeah.
Oh, heck yes.
So
I love it.
Indeed. So are we putting a fork in this one?
Oh, I think we should. And my
yeah.
voice is fading because wildfire smoke rolled in again today, and it's just killing me. So can one of you grab the community corner?
The only thing I know of, because remember, I don't know that notes exist because I'm lazy. The only community thing I want to mention is I think our friends at Ashling's Angels is doing CQC tomorrow night.
Oh, sweet.
All right. Hold on, I was in the DSS scanner, so I couldn't go over to Discord. Let's see, CQC tomorrow night, 8:35 p.m. I think that's our time. No. He said in 21 hours. He said 5 p.m. in 21 hours. So don't think that's our time. They start a little bit earlier because these are, for the most part, European fellers. So they usually start at 2 or 3 in the afternoon and they play for a few hours. The more people that could get in CQC, I want to mention that they're playing so that if you want to try CQC, there's going to be people playing at that time. So if there's a lot of you that sign on, you might be able to get more than one lobby, might be able to play with the matchmaking, might be able to play some team deathmatch rather than just normal deathmatch. You might be able to get into a match without Musketeer. There's a lot of reasons to hop on, when you've got numbers. So if anybody is looking to play some CQC tomorrow, probably anytime after 3 p.m. Central US time would probably be a good time to get in, get some games in, and probably for 3, 4, 5 hours after that, there should be some games rolling. So I'm going to try to get home in time to play, but I typically don't get home before 5:30 Central Time, Murica time. So I haven't been able to get involved, and it is the last day of the month. Well, technically last weekday of the month. So I'm kind of pushing some numbers, so I might even work late. But, maybe I'll be driving around and all of a sudden CQC will pop into my head and I'll call it an early day. Or maybe I'll have a really strong day early in the day and I'll just decide, this is good enough. I'll call it a month and I'll go I'll go home and shoot some, get shot a whole bunch by our friends over there with the Angels and
yes,
and do that. So I strongly encourage people, please hop in, try some CQC tomorrow. It'll be a good time. So like the 4 people that
Okay.
listen to this show, if at least one of you guys shows up, that'll give them another body.
Nice. So my voice is back for now, so I'm going to try and finish this thing out. Also going on in the community corner, the Buckyball Race Zombieland, I believe, is either ongoing or just ended. I don't remember which. Do you know?
Well, I'll hop
That
over
one I
to
think is
his
going.
Discord.
Yeah, it's still ongoing. Hit up the Frontier forums with the link in our show notes, or go to the Buckyball Discord for more information. Also, I found a new YouTuber that's doing elite content. Well, new to me. He's apparently been on YouTube for quite a while, but it's Gaming Snips and Bits. And today he posted a video about the Imperial Cutter. I could see there was a ton of other ship reviews in there, but I haven't watched them all, and I haven't checked to see where he's at in it, or if the one I found was the last one or not. So something to check out. Yeah,
What's the name of his channel?
Gaming Snips and Bits. We have a link to the Imperial Cutter video in the show notes. But he seems like a pretty cool guy. I like his reviews and the way he does his videos, so check him out. It's good stuff.
Yes. Holy crap, he's got a bunch of videos. And it,
Like
yeah,
I
it goes
said.
back over a year.
You see why I'm like, I don't know if this was the last one in the ship line or not.
He did Cutter 14 hours ago, 4 weeks ago. Did something else about the Cutter, then an Asp Explorer. Ooh, he does a video, the Asp Explorer, multi-role or pure Explorer. So kind of what I was asking earlier.
There you go.
I'm
Yep.
feeling his content. God dang it, I'm original. Yeah, no, it looks good. I definitely looks decent quality. The little yellow, yeah. All right, yeah. Go check this guy out. I haven't watched any of it. It might be crap. I don't know. We'll trust Lark.
Yeah, trust me as far as you can throw me, which if you've met me is not far.
You haven't met me. I'm good at putting people.
Oh, I mean, okay, fair enough.
Well, I'm low to the ground, so I can get under. And then never mind. I was going to get
You're wiry.
a graphic. I don't think I'd be really described as wiry. I'd be more
Stacked.
I
It's
don't want to say
jig stacked.
stocky, but I'm not. I'm not your typical build guy. I guess I'm a runner and stuff, but I'm also, I don't know. I lift and stuff too. So I don't know. I've got a weird build. So yeah.
So jig stacked confirmed.
Yes, I'm stocky, and I put people apparently. This has gotten super weird. Has this gone on long enough?
I think it's gone on long enough. If you want to find us, visit us at loosescrewsed.com or join us on our Discord. The link is in the show notes. You can also find us on Patreon at loosescrewsed. And with that, I've got nothing else. So say goodbye, everybody.
Well, Boomingland, you got anything else?
Just stay tuned for next week. It's our 250th episode.
Oh, yeah.
So-
Well, that's
So
deceptive.
special.
We're actually up to like 200. Hold on. I'll tell you exactly how many official episodes we have.
Jig's going to ruin this with stats.
He's going to ruin it with stats.
I can't. Nothing is ever ruined with stats. Stats and facts don't ruin things. They just eliminate the bullshit. All right. What do we got here?
Or they are the bullshit.
Well,
To that end,
typically, yeah.
you're a stat.
I would see if we start here. Okay, this is going to be. What's the date today? Or no, today's 29th. Next week. So next week will be officially numbered 250, but we had 21 episodes, special episodes that were unnumbered, be them interviews. Like we've had, the Burr Pit on the show. We had the pilot back in the day. We had, back when Benedetti was still one of the community managers, and
Frick, I remember Benedetti.
yeah, I mean, we had, I don't know, we've had a bunch. I'm trying to look back and see who some of the interviews were. Oh my God, we had Down to Earth Astronomy. We had Joe Plater. We had, we've had a few of those. Oh, guys we did a run of the guys from Lave back in the day. So yeah, there are 21 unnumbered episodes. So yes, this is officially our 250th episode, or next week, but really it's our 270. It will be 271.
Math
Officially.
intensify.
Okay, I just ruined all the fun. But let's celebrate
okay.
250 episodes, everybody.
And with that wet blanket, say goodbye, everybody.
Bye,
Goodbye,
everybody.
everybody.